I spent 3 years in prison for my husband Adam's company. When I got out, all I received was a $1 bonus check for the business opening. I thought it was a mistake, but then I noticed the girl next to me, Lily, also had only a single dollar bill in her envelope. Setting aside my concerns, I happily accompanied Adam to the opening ceremony. That night, I saw Lily's Instagram post, a photo of a check. "Congrats on the big opening, boss. So generous with that $1 million bonus." The comments were full of envy and admiration. Adam didn't explain, and instead, he quickly distanced himself from me. "You just got out of prison. It's not appropriate to go public. Let's keep our marriage a secret for now. Just call me boss in front of others." Then he liked Lily's post. I wiped away a tear and called his biggest rival. "I'll work for you from now on. You were willing to go to prison for 3 years for Adam's business. Why the sudden change?" he asked. "I remember he promised you a department manager position when you got out. Are you sure you don't want it?" I fidgeted with the $1 bill, letting out a bitter laugh. "I don't want it anymore." Just as I said that, Adam appeared suspicious. "What don't you want?" I hung up the phone and answered honestly. "The department manager position." Relief flashed across his face. "Good. I was planning to give it to Lily anyway. You can start as a clerk for now." I frowned. I had endured 3 years in prison for Adam's company, and he had promised that position would be mine alone. But now, I was nothing more than a low-level employee. He was breaking his promise without a hint of guilt. My eyes burned as pain filled my heart. Seeing I didn't respond, Adam pulled a contract from his briefcase and tossed it on the table. "This is a secret marriage agreement. For the sake of the company." The word stunned me. 3 years ago, the day before I went to prison, we got married. The only thing that kept me going was the thought of a happy life after my release. But now I was something he was ashamed of, someone he wanted to erase. I laughed bitterly and picked up the pen without hesitation. Adam turned his head, frowning as I prepared to sign. "You couldn't wait to announce this marriage to the world. How can you be so decisive now?" He grabbed my wrist. "You're not even going to think about it?" I didn't look up. I signed immediately. He fell silent for a moment, then cleared his throat and spoke gently. "Rachel, don't worry. Once the company stabilizes, I'll make it up to you." I gave a noncommittal hum. Just then, the company's WhatsApp group lit up. Lily had become the department manager. Everyone congratulated her. "You've been by the boss's side these past 3 years. You deserve it. I think Lily will be the boss's wife soon." Lily sent a shy emoji, tacitly accepting it all. Someone commented, "Rachel is luckier. She went to prison for 3 years and still got a job as a clerk. The boss really spoils her." I struggled to look away from the screen, only to catch Adam smiling at his phone, a tenderness I had never seen before. Was our secret marriage really for the company? Or was it for Lily? To fulfill the agreement, Adam moved to the guest room. I wasn't allowed to ride in the same car as him, talk to him at work, or call him anything but boss. He insisted his relationship with Lily was just an act, and I wasn't allowed to make a fuss. After explaining everything, Adam disappeared for 3 days. He only called when I took a sick day with a fever. "You've barely worked a few days and you're already taking time off? Stop being dramatic. Go to the hospital yourself." "I'm on a business trip." An expected response. I mumbled a vague acknowledgement. Then I heard a woman's voice in the background. "Adam, my zipper's stuck. Come help me." He quickly hung up, but I had already heard his hurried footsteps. Lily's Instagram profile picture had changed. It matched Adam's, a couple's photo. I remembered begging him to use matching pictures when we were dating. He always refused. Too much trouble. Childish. Tasteless. Now he did it willingly for her. I ignored his calls and only responded, "This is my rest time. Please understand, boss." Back at work, my colleagues treated me coldly, piling tasks onto my desk. In their minds, I was just a lucky ex-con taken in by the boss. I packed all the couple's items from my office into a garbage bag. If I had known they'd never see the light of day, I wouldn't have bothered bringing them. Just as I was about to throw them away, Adam returned. Before I could react, he dragged me to the stairwell. "You have time to clean up garbage but not to return my calls." His scent was overpowering, making me take a step back. "I replied to your message," I said calmly. He clenched his jaw. "Why did you call me boss on the phone? What's the difference between on the phone and in person? You told me to." Seeing I had no intention of explaining, he let out a cold laugh. "You know I hate willful women. Don't become someone I despise." He snatched the garbage bag from my hand and hurled it to the ground before storming off. Looking at the shattered photos and mugs, my heart ached. Just like our relationship, broken into pieces. I called a lawyer to draft a divorce agreement. After getting the document, I printed a copy. When I was about to knock on his office door, Adam opened it first. I handed him the papers. "Sign it when you have time." He didn't hesitate, flipping to the last page and signing immediately. Then he handed it back. "Come with me to a business dinner later. Be smart and help block the drinks." I was confused. Adam could handle alcohol well. Why would he need me? Before I could ask, Lily appeared, wrapped in a blanket. "Boss is so thoughtful," she said. "He won't let me drink or go to work because of a cold. If I hadn't begged, he wouldn't have brought me tonight." Adam tapped her nose playfully. "Just don't cry when it's time for your medicine." They looked like a perfect couple. His tenderness was unfamiliar to me. At the restaurant, Adam introduced Lily as the department manager. One of the partners frowned at me. "I remember this young lady went to prison for owing money." "Boss Adam, you sure are loyal to old friends." Adam tensed, then laughed it off. During the meal, he kept signaling me to block drinks for Lily. Someone teased, "Boss Adam and Ms. Lily look great together. Is the boss married?" Adam hesitated. At the same time, we both answered, "No." He turned to me shocked. Later, he messaged, "It's just an act. Don't take it to heart." He called it acting, but I was telling the truth. He had already signed the divorce papers. In the restroom, I ran into Lily. Arms crossed, she smirked. "Rachel, you're pathetic. Your husband despises you. If I were you, I wouldn't have the face to show up in public." I washed my hands unfazed. "That's none of your concern." She blocked my way. "How can the boss's wife dress like that?" "Oh, right. Adam must have spent all the money on me." The bitterness in my heart overflowed. I grabbed my bag to leave. Then Lily screamed, "My custom diamond ring is missing." Everyone searched for it. As I reached the door, she blocked me. "Let me check your bag." I refused, but she grabbed it. My things spilled onto the floor. A sparkling diamond ring lay among them. I met Lily's triumphant gaze. Adam's eyes filled with disgust. I whispered, "Then call the police." He looked down at the phone, then frowned at me again, still not moving. The long stare seemed to let me see through the man before me. After a while, Adam snorted coldly. "Ridiculous." He turned around, helped Lily put on the diamond ring, and gently coaxed her to leave. In the room, only I remained, along with the mess on the floor. I picked up my scattered belongings and headed straight for the airport without hesitation. In the late-night waiting area, I was about to draft a resignation letter when I received a dismissal notice from Adam first. His words were filled with anger. "Don't come to the company anymore. Stay home and reflect on yourself." Seeing his absurd demands, I couldn't help but laugh bitterly. Without thinking, I sent him a photo of the signed divorce agreement. Along with the text, "Adam, I wish you and Lily 100 years of happiness and growing old together. But first you need to get our divorce certificate, otherwise I'll report you for bigamy." After I sent this, Adam started frantically calling me like his life depended on it. This is the cutoff point. I hung up on all the calls, so Adam sent messages instead. "Rachel, what kind of joke are you playing? When did I ever agree to divorce? If you really think there's something between Lily and me, then I'll actually do something with her for you to see." I replied, "Go ahead," then turned off my phone and started queuing to board. Sitting in the cabin, I let out a deep sigh. From 3 years in prison until now, it all felt like a dream. I never imagined I'd be so bold as to take the fall for Adam back then. Even so, it didn't get me the life I wanted. I still remember Eric, Adam's rival, finding me before I went to prison. "It's not worth it for a man. Why don't you come work for me instead?" But I was too obsessed, wasting 3 years of my youth, missing out on a good opportunity. Getting off the plane, I turned my phone back on in the taxi, only to find a video in the work group chat. In the center of the dance floor, Adam held Lily's slender waist as they waltzed gracefully. They both wore custom evening wear in coordinating colors, clearly a couple's set. The others at the event started chanting for them to get together. Not only did Adam not refute it, he held her even tighter. The two were sweet and affectionate, truly looking like a couple. As an onlooker, I even thought this was their wedding. The work chat was lively, with everyone spamming 99, meaning long-lasting love. Lily even boldly flaunted on her Instagram. "Now that the thief is gone from the company, it will only get better, and the boss will love me more and more." Adam liked her post within seconds. But at this moment, my heart was utterly unmoved. I left the work group chat, no longer paying attention. Leaning against the car window, watching the dazzling scenery flash by, I felt an unprecedented sense of liberation. I took out the $1 bonus check from my bag, a constant reminder. That man's heart had changed long ago, and I should learn to cut my losses in time. Arriving at the hotel, I received a job offer from Eric. Come to work after you've rested up. I always keep my word. The department manager position is yours. Although this job came 3 years late, it wasn't too late. Things are over between Adam and me. Don't worry, I'll take the work seriously. Hanging up, I realized Adam had sent me 99+ messages. I had only muted him before, but now I decided to block him completely. Early the next morning, Eric asked to meet me at a cafe to discuss onboarding. As soon as we sat down, my phone started ringing incessantly. It was an unknown number. I answered, and it turned out to be Adam. Rachel, what's going on? Why aren't you at home? Tell me where you are right away. I need to talk to you. Before I could speak, Eric smoothly grabbed the phone, drawling. Long time no see, old pal. Your wife, oh sorry, ex-wife, is with me. But she's not available to talk to you. Adam was stunned on the other end of the line, clearly flustered. Eric, what have you done to Rachel? If you have an issue, come at me. Hearing this, Eric gave me a wry smile. He probably found Adam's fake concern as ridiculous as I did. I helplessly took back the phone and said flatly, I came to Eric on my own. Hearing my words, Adam was completely incredulous. Have you lost your mind, Rachel? You went to him? Where does that leave my face? Even at this point, all he cared about was his own reputation. What about me? He had trampled on my dignity over and over again without mercy. I laughed bitterly. Since you can't give me fair and just work, I have to seek it out myself. With that, I made to hang up the phone. But Adam told me to wait. You're doing all this because of me and Lily, right? Then let me ask you, you saw last night's video, didn't you? Why didn't you make a fuss like nothing happened? I instantly understood. So the video from last night was his own orchestration. He was waiting to see me go crazy, waiting for me to beg him to change his mind. This was truly laughable. I was no longer the little girl who liked melodramatic plots. Every decision was carefully considered, not some little trick to win him back. I laughed coldly, answering his question seriously. I hope you understand I'm serious about the divorce. As for what happens between you and Lily, that's none of my business. Saying this, the other end of the phone suddenly fell silent, and I gradually lost patience, hanging up directly. Eric, who had been watching from the side, looked at me and laughed. I've long thought that guy was a jerk, but I never imagined he'd be such a bastard. You went to prison for him for 3 years. Not only is he not grateful, he's found someone else. I sipped my coffee, shrugging to indicate I didn't want to continue this topic. From what I knew, Eric was a good person. He started his own business at a young age without borrowing a cent from his family. Now that his company was successful, he began supporting college students in starting businesses, paving the way for them. He only became Adam's enemy over a project back then. Even though they weren't in the same city, they still competed across regions. Both sides suffered quite a bit. After sitting for a while, I suggested going to see the company. Entering the office, I realized Eric's company was well organized, with a much more relaxed work atmosphere. He even offered me double the salary of my previous company. Adam doesn't know how to value talent, but I do. I shrugged and smiled. I remembered when I first graduated college, several companies had extended me offers. Unfortunately, for the sake of so-called love, I made the wrong choice. After the tour, I rented an apartment nearby. That evening, I invited the whole department out to dinner, as a chance to get to know everyone in advance. Rachel, our company's benefits are pretty good. Let's work hard together. Yeah, and thanks for treating us, Rachel. With that, we all raised our glasses and drank merrily. Halfway through, afraid of losing consciousness later, I went to the front desk to pay in advance. But just as I handed over my credit card, another card was extended from beside me. When I looked up, I was surprised to find Adam standing there. Taking advantage of my momentary shock, he directly handed his card to the cashier. Use mine. After paying, he frowned as he looked me over. You know you can't drink. Why did you come out drinking? Who's going to take care of you if you drink too much? As he spoke, he moved to support me. I instantly snapped out of it, taking a few steps back, full of wariness. I don't need you to take care of me. Seeing me stumble, Adam shook his head helplessly. I'm worried about you drinking too much. Let me take you home. The fake concern before me was truly laughable. He was the one who told me to block drinks for Lily before, and now he was worried about me drinking unsafely. For a moment, I didn't know which was the real Adam. Seeing him approach, I stepped back again, keeping my distance. Don't forget what I said, it's over between us. Noticing my estrangement, Adam couldn't help but frown. Some things are just said. Don't make it too awkward, or it'll be hard for everyone to end this. Did he still think I was just making a fuss? I really underestimated his self-importance. Seeing I didn't respond, he realized how harsh his tone had been. He quickly adjusted his mood, his voice turning gentle. I swear there's really nothing between Lily and me. And I explained, that dance video was deliberately shown to you. I was just angry in the moment. His explanations were so feeble in the face of the truth. In those days, I had seen his favoritism towards Lily. I had also seen his unconditional love and pampering of her. The gentleness and doting that belonged only to him, he gave to Lily as a matter of course. He may not have noticed himself, but as his wife, I saw it all clearly. Perhaps he couldn't perceive it, but as his wife I saw everything crystal clear. But at this point, any more explanation was superfluous. I shook my head. You don't need to say any more. You don't need to explain to me. We're already div-. Before I could finish, Adam grabbed my wrist forcefully. Meeting his furious, icy gaze, I couldn't help but tremble. He stared at me for a long time, then slowly opened his mouth. I've already made myself very clear. I, Adam, will never divorce you. Before I could react, I found myself suddenly picked up in his arms. And in my dizzy state, no amount of struggling was effective. Let go of me. But due to the alcohol, I drowsily fell asleep. When I opened my eyes again, I found myself lying on the bed in my apartment. And Adam, who I thought only existed in my dreams, was sitting by the bed watching over me. My slight movement suddenly startled him awake. Rachel, you're awake. I tried hard to recall last night's events, but found I had blacked out. But opening my eyes to see him, I felt inexplicably irritated. I turned my head to the side, saying coldly, "This is my home. Please leave quickly." As soon as the words left my mouth, my chin was suddenly gripped by Adam, forcing me to look into his eyes. "Rachel, remember this, we have a home together. I'm taking you back there now." Home. Maybe it hadn't been for a long time. Perhaps from when I entered prison, or perhaps from when I signed the secret marriage agreement. That was no longer my home. I impatiently turned my head away, calling the apartment management. "There's an unwelcome guest in my home. Please come remove him." Seeing this, Adam stood up, gritting his teeth, looking down at me. "We've been together for so many years. Rachel, I don't believe you'll never come back." His words received no response from me for a long time. Until the bedroom fell silent again, I realized he had already left. After a night of heavy drinking, I still forced myself to call my colleagues and apologize. Suddenly Eric's voice came through the phone. "It must have been that Adam guy, right? If he comes looking for you again, I'll help you deal with him." I smiled helplessly. "In terms of fighting, you probably really can't beat him. Moreover, he's holding a grudge against you now. He might actually fight dirty." It was meant as a joke, but Eric inexplicably got serious. "I'm not afraid of that." I rubbed my temples, mumbling a few words before hanging up. On my first day, Eric insisted on holding a welcome party for me at the company. He also gave me a thick stack of red envelopes. I tried to refuse, but he was adamant. "You moved out suddenly, so you must not have much on hand. Take it." This reminded me of the $1 bonus check Adam gave me. How ironic and laughable. On my very first day at the company, I took on a big project. If I remember correctly, it was the one Lily had recently taken over. On the way to the partner company, Eric worriedly asked me, "What if we run into Adam? Maybe I should handle it instead." I looked out the window at the scenery, my heart already at peace. But I didn't expect to run into Lily as soon as we entered the company doors. She was still dressed lavishly, the provocation in her eyes undiminished. "Rachel, do you know what your reputation at the company is now? Both a thief and a traitor. You still have the nerve to come negotiate business?" Eric was about to step forward and argue, but I directly stopped him, telling him not to be impulsive. I calmly looked at Lily. "You should know better than anyone what the truth is. I've never stooped to explaining fabricated crimes. But it's different for Miss Lily. You've already interfered in my marriage. The label of homewrecker seems to be set in stone." As soon as the words left my mouth, Lily flushed with anger and raised her hand to slap me. "The unloved one is the real third wheel. I don't know what you're so smug about. Your own husband is so disgusted he won't even acknowledge your marriage, while he dotes on me. Aren't you ashamed?" Though her words were harsh, she was already trembling with rage. I ignored her, glancing at my watch before smiling politely. "I have an appointment with the client. Please excuse me. Though she wanted to continue pestering me seeing Eric there, she didn't dare act rashly. Fortunately, the collaboration went very successfully. Although I had been in prison for 3 years, I hadn't lost the experience I'd gained climbing the corporate ladder before. Once they've considered it, we should be able to sign the contract. Eric gave me a thumbs up, but then hesitated. It looks like Lily came to discuss this project too. Are you confident? I knew Lily's capabilities all too well. From what I understood, ever since I went to prison, she had been by Adam's side constantly. At every business dinner, she was nothing more than eye candy. Watching Lily's retreating figure heading upstairs, I turned away dismissively. But the next day, a video of me going to prison years ago was circulating online. The original post was made by none other than Lily using her own account. It instantly thrust Eric's company and me into the spotlight. As soon as the post started circulating, Lily came to my apartment to gloat. Rachel, do you think clients will sign a contract with an ex-con? Hearing her provocation, I just curved my lips in a smile. Miss Lily, you only know I went to prison, but do you know who I went to prison for? As soon as I said this, Lily's brows furrowed, clearly unaware of the truth. Seeing her satisfyingly confused expression, I continued. I originally wanted to keep it to myself, but you've forced my hand. With that, I took out the agreement to take the fall for Adam. Lily read the contents of the agreement, her face growing increasingly ugly. If I were to expose this agreement, Adam would be caught in a PR nightmare. And as his appendage, she would naturally be affected too. For her, it was all harm and no benefit. How is this possible? Lily looked at me, her big eyes brimming with tears. Please don't expose this. I'll delete the post right away and let you have this project. I was wrong. I snatched back the agreement, saying coolly, I'll think about it. With those words, I closed the door on her. But without getting a definitive answer, Lily frantically pounded on the door. I called security directly to drag her out of the building. Although it caused a bit of a scene, in the end it didn't affect the project cooperation. After successfully signing the contract, Eric took our whole department out to celebrate. After a few rounds of drinks, I decided to go get some fresh air. Unexpectedly, I ran into Adam in the hallway, with Lily standing behind him. Looking at me, the man coldly ordered Lily, "Apologize to Rachel right now." The usually self-righteous Lily immediately lowered her head to apologize to me. I shrugged indifferently. I don't regret what I've done, so I won't expose it easily. You can rest assured. With that, I prepared to walk past them and leave. But Adam grabbed me emotionally. I'm not afraid of you exposing me. I'm afraid it will affect you. These unexpected words made me tilt my head curiously. Actually, in Adam's world, the company had always come first. Otherwise, he wouldn't have sent me to prison to protect the company. I really didn't expect him to say what he just did. Seeing I had no reaction, he continued. Don't worry, Lily and I have no relationship anymore. I've already fired her, so can you come home with me? I suddenly looked up, meeting his expectant gaze. I had seen those eyes of his countless times, but now they seemed unfamiliar. To be precise, his heart had changed long ago. So how could I possibly accept him again? I hurriedly pulled my hand away, keeping my distance. Impossible. We can never go back. Besides, I'm very happy now. Please stop coming to bother me, okay? Hearing this, Adam's face darkened, his brows furrowing tightly. Rachel's my employee. How can I not get involved? Besides, don't forget she's planning to divorce you. Stop calling her your wife. Take your mistress and get lost. Hearing this, Adam instantly flew into a rage. He pulled me aside, then grabbed Eric's collar, his brow furrowed. If you dare say that again, don't blame me for getting rough. Eric raised his chin, the smile still on his face. He looked Adam straight in the eye and repeated what he had just said. As soon as the words left his mouth, Adam's fist came crashing down. Eric was instantly knocked to the ground. Seeing this, I hurried over to help him up, shielding him. Adam, have you gone crazy? Looking at me, Adam clenched his fist, his eyes bloodshot. I'm the man you love. How dare you yell at me for his sake? Hearing this, I truly laughed. I'll tell you one last time. I don't love you anymore. I said each word clearly, staring at the stunned Adam before me. After a while, I made to leave with Eric, but Adam's hoarse roar came from behind. Rachel, if I never see Lily again and stop treating Eric as an enemy, can you forgive me? In the dim hallway, I didn't look back. Adam, I don't love you. It has nothing to do with anyone else. That said all that needed to be said. I pulled Eric away, disappearing at the end of the hallway. Surprisingly, Adam didn't appear again after that. He voluntarily turned himself in to the police and publicly exposed the truth about years ago online, admitting I had taken the fall for him. He specially recorded a video apologizing to me in front of everyone. He also mentioned how Lily had framed me for stealing the ring. In the 10-minute video, it was almost all "I'm sorry." The man on camera had lost the spirited look of years past. The dark circles under his eyes and stubble on his chin all proved he wasn't doing well. But faced with his repeated apologies, my heart remained utterly unmoved. After watching the video, I had my lawyer send him a notice, agreeing to go to the Civil Affairs Bureau together to get the divorce certificate. The two of us got our certificates as if conducting business, expressionless. Until we parted ways at the entrance of the Civil Affairs Bureau, Adam called out to stop me. "Don't worry about the assets. I'll do my best to give you everything." The man raised his hand towards me, pondered for a moment, then quietly lowered it. "I sincerely hope you can be happy. Take good care of yourself without me." I curved my lips. "You seem to have forgotten, I've always taken care of myself." Adam's gaze froze, nodding with a wry smile. I nodded slightly, turning to walk towards the tree-lined avenue, while Adam stood rooted to the spot, gazing after me longingly. Gradually, dark clouds gathered overhead, and a drizzle began to fall. I got in a taxi, glimpsing in the rearview mirror Adam letting the raindrops pelt him, looking utterly desolate. He was about to face the years in prison that I had substituted for him. But looking at the raindrops on the window, I smiled. For me, after the rain comes sunshine, it was a brand new day.